News Now Alaska here. We are at Palmer City Hall. We're going to do a follow-up. See if they took down these unconstitutional signs. Let's take a look. Wow. Really? Hello.
Hi.
Hey, is John available?
May I ask who's asking?
Brandon.
Brandon. Let me
News
see.
Now Alaska.
I'm sorry?
News Now Alaska.
News Now Alaska.
Yep.
Brandon with News Now Alaska.
Come in.
Come on in, Brandon.
How you doing, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I appreciate the kindness you showed our library folks. That's a good example. Yes, it
They
did.
did really good.
Yes, they did.
I give credit where it's due. So, today we got a couple things we got to talk about. Hold on. This thing go down. No.
Can I get this real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
So the signs, an issue with that, obviously. The
Signs.
signs. So the clerk's office is back there.
Yes.
There's a bulletin with complaint forms, FOIA request forms.
We moved all that up front.
Okay. The clerk's office is no longer back there.
Clerk office is still there, yes.
Okay, but we don't have access to that.
If you have an appointment, you can't get access.
Okay. So, is all that new door and all that because of me coming in here and filming?
Well, let's, not specifically, but a lot of stuff is coming to attention. I've been talking to, and I don't know how your organization works.
Yeah.
Been talking to another person associated that sort of thing, and he's brought some points from his perspective, and we're making changes for improvements. So one of the things was where is the public? Make sure to have all the access to the public places, but like for a break room and that sort of thing, which doesn't have to be open to the public. We just thought we'd make it easier. So nobody is confronting you at all about, hey, sorry, you're not allowed here. And then you say, well, why can't I be here? It's like, there's nothing to say I can't be here, so therefore I'm allowed to be here. Okay. So I'm trying to avoid the confrontation.
Yeah.
Let you do exactly what you need to do.
I get that. So my issue with that obviously is I feel like it's directed towards me, first off. Second off, I don't now have access to the council chambers, which is publicly accessible. The other thing is I don't have access to the clerk's office, which is publicly accessible. And then all the other information that is back there that's posted, I don't have access to.
Clerks, okay, city council. City council is available when it's used for all meetings.
Yeah.
We took all the information.
Listen carefully to what he says. Here in a little bit, we're going to do a tour, and you'll see. Remember, this guy's a politician. They lie for a living.
So any public information, notices, that sort of thing, we have it out front there, so it's easier access. Okay. So we're not trying to say, hey, sorry, this stuff is prohibited.
The last time you saw, did you see the last video I did?
I did not.
Okay, so
I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
I did a video. The sign was right where the door is now.
Yeah.
And I couldn't access the bulletin board.
Exactly.
She moved the sign back so I could access the bulletin board.
Yeah.
And then I went back there and I looked, and there's another bulletin board with the council schedule, meeting schedule, all that, and then around the corner someone else did a video where around the corner there was complaint forms, public records request forms, access to the council chamber, and so I do this a lot.
No, I understand.
I do this a lot. It's not a game. It's really serious. It's really important that we're allowed access to publicly accessible areas.
I agree.
And I've been to a lot of city halls, and I've never had this happen before, where I'm literally blocked from the council chambers. Normally I can walk into the meeting area, right? And I can film what's on the walls, and I can film the scene and say, hey, this is where the meetings take place, this is the schedule, and all that information.
Yes.
And then the finance, is that the finance lady in the very back?
No, she's right next door.
Okay, who's that in the very, very back?
Very, very
Yeah,
bad.
the clerk's office, and then you go around the corner and there's a door there.
Oh, that's HR.
HR, okay, human resources.
Yes, yeah.
So basically, I feel like I'm being denied access to the clerk, the human resource lady back there.
Yeah.
And then the council chambers, obviously, and then basically any public information that's back there. Because the last time I was here, it was, I basically wanted you guys to do the right thing. I talked to the lady up front, and I said, hey, I'm just giving you guys a chance to do the right thing. I'm not here to make you guys look bad. I want to be able to access what's publicly accessible.
Okay.
And publicly accessible information that I can disseminate to my audience.
Okay.
And I feel that door that you guys put up is specifically for me. I feel that all the stuff that you guys have done to restrict that access back there is for me. I feel like I'm being discriminated against because I come in here and film. I'm not coming in here to start an argument. I'm not coming in here, like the first time we met, I didn't even want to talk to you. I was trying to be quiet and just do my thing. And then after I was done, we had a conversation. That's usually how I do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but it's called a First Amendment audit. I come and I check to see.
I'm learning.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I'm learning.
I come to check and see how our government officials react to us, basically doing our First Amendment,
Right.
which is press.
Yes.
So I'm concerned about the signs and now the door. The door is I think that's a little bit too much. I don't see what back there would be I don't understand what the deal is with me going back there. I think that you guys had it laid out perfectly fine. The areas that I wasn't allowed to go into is obvious.
Yeah.
The information was set up perfectly. The door was open to the council chambers. I was able to go back and speak to that lady. Said, hi, how you doing?
Yes.
And then I left. And then I come back and it's all locked down. There's signs. And then I see another gentleman came here into the same video, and he was allowed back there, and he actually got a public records request for him back there, and was able to just kind of look around.
Yeah.
But I come back after that, and then I'm denied all the stuff that he was able to get.
Okay.
And the big thing is that you guys were informed by PD, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. PD did tell you guys that I'm legally allowed to do this as long as I'm not in any restricted areas. Now that technically that's not considered a restricted area because it's open to the public. There's a lot of case law on this. In fact, I do believe there's some state law. I'd have to check on that, but there's a lot of case law that you guys cannot restrict publicly accessible areas to the public.
Okay.
Especially strictly for, and I'm not looking for a lawsuit, or else I would have filed one a long time ago.
Understand.
But that's not what I'm here for. I'm not trying to do that. Like I just did a video in Kenai when they physically pushed me out of the Bureau building in Kenai. They got physical with me. One of the employees inside got physical with me, and the mayor reached out to me. He actually called me and said, "Hey, that's not how this works. It's your building. You can go in there and film all you want as long as you're not in a restricted area."
Okay.
He apologized on camera to me. He apologized to my audience, and he said, "If you have any problems, let me know." He says, "You're more than welcome to come in here anytime you want."
Okay.
And he apologized, and then I went back in there, and it was completely different. Everybody was like, "Film whatever you want. If you have any problems with anybody, let me know, and I will take care of it." And one of the ladies upstairs hit a panic alarm. And the supervisor saw me, and he's like, let's correct this. And we went upstairs, and there was an officer up there, and he told her immediately, "There's no problem here. He can film all he wants. We don't need you. You can go." And he went and talked to the lady and said, "Hey,
excuse me, sorry about that."
He said, "I apologize. This is going to be dealt with immediately."
Okay.
And that's kind of what I was hoping here. It's so I can compare a different town, a different city
Okay.
compared to Palmer, because I don't feel like I've been being treated fairly here, and that's
Okay.
my honest opinion. And my viewers feel the same way, and that's why I keep coming back. Now I'll be honest with you, the library,
Yeah.
they did phenomenal. I'll never go back. I have no reason to, because they did phenomenal. They respected me. They didn't try to block me from anything. She actually gave me a tour, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right. So I was kind of hoping that I would get the same treatment here. Like if I go into Wasilla and go to City Hall, it's the same, basically the same I got there. They don't really like it, you know, of course not. And I realize it makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been back and forth a few times. You know that I'm not trying to cause problems.
Yes,
and
I agree.
I'm not trying to cause, you know, chaos. I'm literally walking around peacefully exercising my First Amendment right to see if my government officials respect and honor their oath to allow me to do this, and see how I get treated. And normally, so you're learning, so I'm gonna give you kind of a rundown. So normally what we do, and we're all over the country. In fact, we're all over the world. We're everywhere. What we do is we come in, and we don't like to announce ourselves because we don't want an unbiased reaction. We want to see how they react, and then afterwards, then we go into, okay, well, let's do some education.
Yeah.
Let's you know, figure it out from here. Like exactly like what happened in Kenai. That was perfect. I got thrown out. I didn't want to file a lawsuit. I'm not trying to get a lawsuit. I'm trying to make change. I'm trying to get it so that I realize that this is a new kind of, it's actually been going on for years, but it's
new
kind
to
of a
us.
newer thing. Yeah, I get that.
New to
It's a
us.
small town.
Yeah.
You guys aren't used to it. So that's why I'm coming back, and I'm trying to give you guys a chance to do the right thing and say, hey, look, you know what? Our mistake, we messed up, or you know, we shouldn't have done this, or we should do that, or maybe we should discuss what your issues are instead of, you know, blocking my access. You know, like she actually on camera, she moved the sign so I could access that bulletin, because I was like, hey, look, I can't get to that bulletin. And then I turn around, I look where she put the sign, I'm like, there's another bulletin back there, and I'm like, I honestly feel like I'm being discriminated against because I hold a camera. That's literally how I feel. I was upset. I wasn't angry. I was upset. I feel like I should be able to be treated like any other member of the public that comes in here and does their business. And I don't feel like that was the case.
Okay. So Brandon, let me look at this.
Okay.
You know, I'm, you know, taking this as a learning experience and make changes.
That's the whole point.
So, from my view, of course, don't see everything.
Yeah.
Usually all the businesses really kind of take it to counter.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you walk back there, very rare, in fact, I cannot know where people have just, hey, I'm just heading back here.
Yeah.
There has been, as far as service, there's been no, from my understanding, there's no service provided back there, and usually everything by the clerk is appointments.
Okay.
In HR, now, HR is, you know, our personal, you know,
for staff,
personal administration, that sort of thing,
Yeah.
not complaint. So if you have a complaint or an issue or a problem, I'm the guy.
Okay.
As
and I'm getting
manager.
that right. I'm getting that.
Yes.
I understand that, and
We're trying to give you what you're allowed to have.
Okay.
Do it kindly.
Yeah.
And just, you know, looking at, you know, at the parameters. I mean, I had some colleagues that I know, it's kind of like, this is shut it down.
Yeah.
Everything. I, you know, don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, my view as manager, and I think we talked before, is we provide services.
Yes.
If we don't provide services, we're no
It's
good
a
to
public
anybody.
building. It's owned by the public, and that's
true.
That's
Yeah.
literally. I don't go into private buildings. I don't go into private establishments. I don't go
Okay.
into private companies. I only do publicly accessible buildings that
Yes.
are owned by the public, because we pay for it. We pay for your guys' salary.
Yes, you
and
do.
We expect to be treated a certain way, no matter what we're doing. If we're coming in for information, or if we're coming in to gather information for an audience, you know, the press. There's no law. In fact, it's the one job that no law can restrict. The press, which is awesome. I love it, actually.
Yeah.
But the main thing that I'm having an issue with is I feel like every time I come in here, it's worse and worse, and that's my honest opinion. First time I came in here, Dwayne threw a fit, and we worked through that. Okay, and I had to talk to Dwayne. I'm like, hey, look, man, just let people know I'm allowed to do this, right? And then I come back, and there's a sign there, and I'm like, okay, really? And now I come back, and there's a door. So I'm like, I'm a little disappointed, to be completely honest.
Okay.
So if that's the clerk's office and the HR and the council chambers alone, that's publicly accessible. There's absolutely no reason for you guys to deny access to that. And there was actually a sign on the council door that said employees only, no access.
So look, if you're in the city council chambers and we have, the public is there for the meetings,
Yeah.
there is a sign on the door that said employees only going into our facility during the meeting. So we have nobody here.
Okay.
Things have disappeared.
On the outside of the door before you go
Outside door before you go into the general offices.
Okay. So the first time I came here, the sign wasn't there.
Okay.
The second time I come here, the sign is.
Okay.
The third time, which is today,
Yeah.
there's a door blocking
Door.
the entire
Right.
the entire back area.
Okay.
So if my advice, take the door down, take the signs down, put clear signs up saying this is a private office, like put around this is a public office, or put a sign on your door
Yeah.
that says this is a private office if you only by appointment or whatever.
Yeah.
Same with
Okay.
the, all the areas that you don't want people.
Yeah.
And like I told Dwayne, it's got to be marked. It's got to be marked specifically for a security area, and the security area is mainly for safety. That you don't want the public to go in that specific area for safety. So if my recommendation to resolve this is I would take the door down, I would take the signs down, and I would put the signs where they need to be. Not just because it looked, the first time I came in here with the signs, it looked like they were just scattered everywhere, which I thought was kind of.
I think it was, an attempt to, hey, there's people in here.
Yeah. And I get that.
And
I get that.
I mean, the people I have here just want to do their jobs, do the books, take the bills, solve people's problems, and then.
The best thing to do is set everybody down and say, hey, look, he's allowed to do this. If you don't want to be on film, just do your work. If he asks you any questions, just give basic answers. Give him the service that he's supposed to get. Other than that, if he gets belligerent, if he whatever, deal with that at that point.
Okay.
But I would like what they did in Kenai is they let everybody know, hey, look, he's allowed to do this. Be respectful.
Okay.
Don't deny him service. And that video is going to be coming out here soon. I literally just got back from Kenai.
Okay.
I was actually asked to go out there because of the problems out there.
Okay.
And that's actually why I started coming here, is because I'm getting the same people send me emails, and I do a lot of research, and if I feel that it's necessary, I go there. I go by what I'm hearing from people plus the research, and basically everything that's happened to me here is exactly what I've been told.
Okay.
So, how long have you been in office, by the way?
Manager here?
Yeah.
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Here.
Do you have all that? Because I have other things I want to discuss. Is that good? Do you have any more questions for me?
I'm good.
Okay. So the other question I have is Dwayne. Okay. Did you see the very first video I put out on him?
No.
I went in there. He was polite. He was calm. He was perfect.
Okay.
Absolutely great. I went in there again and I asked for public records and a complaint form, and he basically so according to state law, you're allowed to do an oral public records. Like let's say I want the schedule for the council meeting. I can say, hey, can I get a schedule for the council meeting? And that's just a basic verbal, and it says in the Alaska statute that you can do that.
Okay.
Or if it's a large public records request, like body cams, emails, all that stuff, then they can say, hey, let's do an application so you can be specific, and so that way I can get you everything you need, and I can take my time and get it done within the 10 days that it takes the law. He basically got in my face and told me that I had to tell him to calm down. I had to tell him to lower his voice. He basically refused to give me an oral request. The way and that video's got over 10,000 views. I think it's over 11,000 now. So the way that I've been treated and the way that I've been informed that he's treated other people is absolutely unacceptable. And I was told that you are responsible for him hiring is.
I'm responsible to him. I did not hire
Who
Dwayne.
hires Dwayne?
What the manager does, but
Okay.
Dwayne's career here started before I was here.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
So who reprimands him? Who promotes him? Who does?
Not going to be promoted, but it's my responsibility.
Okay. So I have a problem with that, with the way he treated me.
Okay.
First off, and it's not the first time. He's done this with several people, and obviously you know about what happened in 2018 or 17 about a Facebook comment. We're not going to get into it, but I'm just going to.
Yes.
I just want to make sure that there's levels.
Yes.
There's levels of stuff that
I'm aware of
that have happened. That's not really. But what he did with me was unacceptable.
Okay.
And what I've got information that he has. Some of my viewers have been concerned and curious and wanted to discuss some stuff with you and with Dwayne, and they were not treated very well, mainly by Dwayne. Some of the ladies here actually too. I have copies of emails and I have copies of phone conversations,
Okay.
and it doesn't make you guys look good. And then now if we take that, right, and then we add the signs and the whole issue there, and we put it all together, I'm looking at a pretty big problem here. And the residents also think there's a big problem here, not just with PD, but with the way things are being ran. So my goal today is to find out if you are going to make any changes, if you are going to take action and responsibility for what's going on, and make some corrections, basically. Because there's the way that Dwayne is treating people, and the way that some of your lady staff up here, I think Helen is one of them, Helen or Hillary, I'm not sure. Your records custodian?
Records custodian for the police department is Hillary.
Okay, so does she work out of this building?
No, she does
She
not.
works out of the building, but she's still under your.
She works for the chief of police.
Okay, so
chain of command, yes.
But you're technically the top, so if there's
Yes.
a problem, you can go to Dwayne and say, "Look, we got."
Right.
Okay, so what I'm recommending is, for one, the stuff that's going on here, which to me, personally, to me, is a big deal. I have a big problem with the door and the signs and everything. But the other thing is Dwayne. He has a temper. He has kind of an attitude, and I understand he deals with a lot of crap. Let's just be real. But he knows I'm legally allowed to do this. He knows that I'm not trying to harass people. I'm not trying to cause a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys have looked at my channel, you'll see I have good interactions and I have bad, and I put them all out there. I don't make. There's some videos where I'll lean a little bit towards what they did, or I'll lean the other way. Like the library, they did fantastic,
Yeah.
and I put that video out in its entirety. I didn't even edit it.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to find out what we're going to do about the staff here and over at the police department. Julie's one of them. Major attitude. Dwayne, his conduct is in my opinion, unacceptable. When he encounters a member of the public, he needs to be 100% professional. He needs to, instead of going up here, like going at 100, he needs to come down to like 5 or 10, and bring it up from there. Every time I've had an interaction with him, except for the first time, he's basically, his body language is threatening. I feel a little bit bullied, and it's not okay. And I realize that there's probably not going to be anything done about all this, but I wanted to give you guys the chance, you specifically the chance, to do the right thing, because the residents here, I don't know if you've talked to any of the residents, but they're pretty concerned about the way things are being ran in here. And if you're the man in charge, why not just go to you and say, hey, look, these are the issues. Yeah. So I would recommend either talking to Dwayne, or something's got to be done. I've got people that want him fired. I personally think that that's probably the route to go, because there's been so much back from 18. I haven't even looked at his discipline record yet, which I want to do a records request for, but I don't know what's on his discipline record. If it's anything from what I'm seeing lately, then, I mean, it needs to be addressed. And the other thing is public records. So, the state law is very specific on public records.
Yes.
Very specific.
Understand that. Yep.
City public record policies and ordinances don't trump state law. State law is the supreme over the state of all, what do they call it?
Which gives you the right to
Bureaus.
do this.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it also says that a certain amount should be charged for certain documents, for certain videos, for certain records, the time and manner, the way that it's dealt with. It doesn't say that you have to fill out a specific form for paper records. It doesn't say you have to fill out a certain form for audio or video records, body cams, any of that. It says one record, one piece of paper. You can put it all on the one piece of paper, which is the form. But I'm getting information that you guys are not doing that. I have someone, and you probably know who I'm talking about, that you guys charged over $300 for 3 body cam videos. That's excessive, I believe. $5.40 a minute, I do believe is what it says. That's insane. And that was just for the videos and the audio for the videos. That wasn't even including the paperwork. That's not what the law says. Have you guys read the state law? I would highly just to avoid litigation, because I'm not going to sue you guys. I have no reason to. Other people might, and that they're getting upset. There's several people that are pretty upset about it, and let's just say they got a lot more money than I do. Okay, if I were you, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. I would look at the law, the Alaska statute, and the AS for public records, and read it in its entirety. Now, if you go on my channel, I did a video specifically on public records. The whole video is public records. So I would highly recommend that you look up the Alaska state public records law, and then I would go to your guys' policy or whatever you're using for public records, and I would match it to the state statute, because in my opinion, you guys are opening yourselves up for major litigation. Charging $370 or $300, whatever it was, for body cams. That's insane. I do believe it says that you're not supposed to charge more than what it costs to generate the video in the first place. The original document is actually what it says.
Yeah, a lot of that cost has to do with redaction, and it's broken down by the actual cost for that individual person's staff time.
Yeah, but $5.30 a minute, that's excessive.
It depends on
if it takes an hour,
retraction. And I don't know the work, and I made sure I documented the work.
I edit video,
and I also understand too. And a lot of this is a test.
It is. Yes.
So this is when you're dealing with this issue in redaction, it's a true test, so you can see exactly what's happening. That's why you said, hey, I don't call you in advance and let you know I'm showing up. Say I didn't wear a Motley Crue t-shirt today.
I want an unbiased reaction.
So some response. We are working on customer service training.
Awesome. That's what I want to hear.
Is working at that. We will be on this whole redaction thing and documents, that sort of thing. Up until your concerns, I thought we had a handle on that. We'll be meeting with our city attorney and going through that and talking over some of these issues on what is public, what is not public. So it's black and white, and I have somebody legally looking it over, and that will be done. Now,
our card, by the way, the other day.
Yes, with your statement on the back.
Yeah, you love that, right?
Oh yes, that was yeah. So, but here's the thing. I know where you're coming from.
Okay.
You have every right to believe and think the way you are, and we provide public service. And that was I've been doing this a while, and that was a toughest thing for me to do. is learn to treat everybody exactly
Yes.
equally, no matter who they came from. Now, it wasn't like somebody's highfalutin and somebody's this.
Yeah.
It's just when I had somebody that around town had a reputation of ripping people off,
Yeah.
that bugged me.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, this is what you do, providing public service for everyone. So we'll work on that. We will try to improve. Not everything changes overnight, as you know, other than adding a door.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you there.
I know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So anyways, yes, and you're welcome here, Brandon, anytime. I'll be happy to talk with you.
Okay. Can I go back there and make sure that, because can I go back there and check to make sure you guys took down all the public
Come with me, let's go.
I just want to double check to make sure.
Go.
And
I'll walk you through.
Everybody's going to be like, well, you should have gone to check to make sure they weren't lying.
No,
You know.
come on through. Here, I will take you through my break room.
Okay.
One thing.
See, now this right here,
This is
perfect.
yes.
This
Okay.
is perfect.
Okay. So document room.
Okay.
This is our break room.
Oh, nice.
So here's the thing. We don't overspend on stuff. I mean,
This
if we
could be restricted. This would be restricted.
understand, but I want to say, because we try to put our money into town as opposed
Yeah.
to fabulous stuff for
Yeah.
employees.
Yeah.
I mean, this.
Yeah.
Most people don't even have this great a quality in their homes. That's why I want to kind of point out
Yeah.
that, hey, we're not wasting our taxpayers' dollars.
Yep.
So-
No, but see, though, that would be restricted because that's a security hazard with safety.
I understand, but you're here,
Yep,
you're
nope,
with me,
yep.
I'm showing you everything.
I was just kind of giving you an idea of what I'm talking about with secured areas.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so that's all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about right here.
Okay. Okay, and I did see this. I did not notice that. If you look on this side.
See, this is something.
Yeah, this is staff only, do not enter
Yeah.
during, does you need the light on for this? Video or not?
Oh, we're fine, we're fine.
You're fine?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're fine. And then I seen that's the back entrance.
This is really our front entrance for all
Oh, is
meetings.
it?
Yeah, this is where you come in.
Oh, okay.
This is where we
So that's
come in.
normally the
Got
main-
restrooms,
Oh, I didn't know you had bathrooms back.
the mayor's office,
Okay.
and this is generally all this is open when we have our meetings.
Okay.
Or, yeah, any type of gatherings.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. Is this locked?
This is locked, yes.
Okay, so I don't have access to this door.
The mayor is hardly ever here except
Yeah.
on city council night.
I'm just saying for public access,
Yep.
that should be accessible.
Okay, yeah.
And like this stuff here. So me personally, I don't know if you see my videos, but I like this kind of stuff.
Okay.
I put this kind of stuff, I put all this kind of stuff on my videos. That right there, I mean, why hide that? That's gorgeous. You know, this stuff back here on the wall, all these maps and stuff, you should let people in here. This is awesome. You guys, there's nothing to hide back here. I mean,
No.
you guys are doing a great job back here, but I like to personally film this kind of stuff. So let me guess what this is. These are from the past, right?
These are
all-
mayors in order.
Yeah, see, now that's a story alone right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is, I mean, I don't know why you guys wouldn't allow someone back here to look at this stuff. This is history, you know?
Yes, understand your point.
That's, I'm just trying to, you know, let you know why I'm like, you know, so, but, and this is the area, so.
HR office.
yeah.
HR office.
HR, okay, human resources,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is clerk staff person that works out here.
And see right here, this is where I put a sign. No, that's, you know,
Private
that's a
office.
private office. That's, I mean, I personally wouldn't go in there. Other people might, but
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't.
Okay.
And this was the board right here that I was talking about. See right here? See right here?
Oh, we don't have those. So those are also suited here.
Instead of asking for them, I should just be able to come back.
I
here
agree
and
with
grab
you.
them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah. The commission things. Okay, so that's
Yeah, that's all I'm talking
something
about.
else we can fix.
That's all I'm talking about. I would literally take that door down and I would mark certain areas.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like the lunchroom.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody in there, and I get that. Is this a utility room?
Yes.
So I'd put a sign on this saying
Okay.
that's no access.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like you did right there, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Okay.
That's exactly what you guys should do. Right here, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Nobody needs to go in there for not only for their safety,
Yeah.
but there's nothing back there that they need. You know. So those are the kind of things. I'd put a sign on her door. employees only, or by appointment only.
Yes.
And that's basically what I'm trying to get.
Okay.
That's literally it. So
Okay.
just to give you kind of a rundown of what I'm talking about, public access. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm being very specific. I'm giving him specific areas where signs should be and specific areas where I should be allowed to gather information. All that stuff on the wall, all the public information, I should be able to go back to the clerk's office and so on. That's what I'm doing. I'm being very specific. So nobody can say that they didn't understand what I was talking about. And you can see that all that stuff in the council chambers, all that stuff should be publicly accessible. There's art back there from native tribes. There's photos of all the mayors that served in Palmer. There's history back there. That's what I'm talking about. He told me that he put all of that information on that bulletin wall there, where the public information or the public records information, all that stuff was put up front. It wasn't. All that's public information. The public records requests, the complaint forms, everything on that wall, it was not moved up front.
Okay.
That's literally all I'm asking.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Sure thing. Have a
If you
good
have
day.
any questions, you have my email. Who's now asked it. You got my
Brandon, yeah, you know, yes, I do.
Now stay tuned, because I am going to go back and we are going to check on him. He says they're working on it. They're going to make change and they're going to fix issues. Well, John, I am going to hold you to that. Hey, do me a favor, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I noticed that about 60% of my viewers are not subscribed. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it really helps out the channel. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great day.